Hey there, my friends. It's Jen Pitta with By the Shore Stamping in for a Teach Me Tuesday episode. I've been on a little hiatus for the last couple of weeks. I apologize. That was not intentional. I was getting ready for the big Cape Cod Creative Escape, which was this past weekend. We had a fantastic time with 60 ladies down in Eastham, having a wonderful crafting weekend. So if you were with us, thank you so much for attending. And if you got the Cape Cod Creative Escape kit to go, this is a bonus project both for the to-go folks and for those that were present at the event. I actually had this extra sample using stuff from the goodie bag that they all received as part of the weekend. So I thought I would share that with you today because not only does it use product from the Cape Cod Creative Escape goodie bag so that all those attendees can actually make this at home, just might have to substitute some inks here and there, but it also is a great simple sketch so that if you don't have these supplies, you can easily switch them up and make something very similar very easily. So I'm using this really fun patterned paper from the Wood Textures DSP stack, which was included in the goodie bag from the weekend. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this at 4 by 2.5. So we'll just turn this on the side and cut myself a small little piece that's 4 by 2.5. And then of course I have my basic card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half to make my card. And I do have my bone folder here handy, so I'm going to go ahead and crease that. Then I'm going to take my pattern paper here, and I'm going to go ahead and attach that to the bottom of this white cardstock. And I'm just going to line that up, with the very bottom. So as you can see, this is a very simple pattern to copy with any pattern paper and any color scheme. So I challenge you to go ahead and make a version of this card on your own. This color here is So Saffron. It's a light yellow and it's 1 inch by 4 inch. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this right here across the center of the card, like that. Okay, so next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of the Night of Navy seam binding ribbon. This ribbon is fantastic for tying bows because it just works so beautifully, even for those that are bow tying challenged. This was also one of the items included in the goodie bags from Creative Escape this weekend. I'm actually only going to tie a knot with this rather than a bow. So, let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to tie it off to one side here. And there we go. Oh, my fingers are going slow today. There we go. So a nice little bow. Remember, we don't want to pull too tight because that will make a crinkly little knot, and we don't want that. I'm going to just go ahead, and snip that off, and snip that off. So now we have our basic little card design here. I did also include one of the foil embellishments from the foil snowflakes pack, which was also part of the goodie bag from this weekend. It has silver and gold, and then if you turn them over, they're actually vanilla on the backside as well. So you get lots of uses for this. I actually snipped a little bit of this to use on a different project. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this because I only really need a half of it anyway. So we'll take those pieces out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this down here. Just add a little bit of adhesive under here. And we want to make sure this is on the card all the way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I can actually stick this down to the front of my card as well, because all that's left is my sentiment, which I will show you in 1 second. So let me go ahead and put this down like so. And then I'm just going to steal a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock from my stash. And we will stamp the happy birthday sentiment from Butterfly Basics. You can obviously use any sentiment you choose. I love this birthday greeting. It's just a really nice, pretty one. Actually, you know what? This isn't the one I used, and this one isn't going to fit. So we're going to switch it up, and we're going to put this one in there instead. So it just says sending wishes your way. I'm not really sure which stamp set I pulled that from. It was a while ago. So I'm going to use sending wishes your way and my early espresso. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on some Whisper White cardstock. Straight down. Whoops, I kind of did that off the screen. But straight down, straight up, and you get that little sending wishes your way. My ink pad just landed face down on the table. It's that pesky little early espresso that is always broken. Alright, and now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take my 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and I'm going to go ahead and slip this in the back here, and punch that out. And then I'm going to take my crumb cake, of course, right? If you've been stamping with me for any time, you know that I need to pull out the crumb cake. I'm going to pull out the crumb cake, and I'm just going to ink the edge of that image. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals, because that's my other staple, and I'm going to pop that up on the card itself. Let me get that out of the way. I only have 2 here, so it's just going to get 2. I don't know where the rest of my dimensionals are at the moment. Generally, I have a little triangle on the back of dimensional, so it doesn't sag, but we're going to go with this. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of tuck it under the ribbon a little bit and put that down there. And then my last step is to take a few of the glitter enamel dots, which were also in the goodie bag this weekend. They got a full package. And I'm just going to go ahead and take some of the lighter ones and add them to the card. So we'll put some of the smaller ones. I don't have any of the real small ones, so we'll just do like that. And then you have your finished card. Very easy, simple sketch layout that you could use for any colors, any designs, any sort of category, and any paper. So, and if you do have the goodie bag from this weekend, you can recreate this card 100% using the stuff in your stash and just a simple greeting set that you may have. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next week for Teach Me Tuesday. Have a great week.